Hi. Did you know that Muhammad and his followers thought women were stupid and therefore less intelligent than men? For our proof texts, we start with an Islamic scholar in The History of Al-Tabari, General Introduction, From the Creation to the Flood. Quote, The History of Al-Tabari. His Lord called out to him, Adam, is it from me that you are fleeing? Adam replied, No, my Lord, but I feel shame before you. When God asked what had caused his trouble, he replied, Eve, my Lord. Whereupon God said, Now it is my obligation to make her bleed once every month, as she made this tree bleed. I also make her stupid, although I had created her intelligent. Were it not for the affliction that affected Eve, the women of this world would not menstruate, and they would be intelligent, and when pregnant, give birth easily. If you are thinking this is only a hadith, and there is no possible way such can be found in the Quran, you are going to be shocked. Surah, and bring to witness 2 witnesses from among your men, and if there are not 2 men available, then a man and 2 women from those whom you accept as witnesses, so that if one of the women errs, then the other can remind her. Here's a scholarly interpretation of this verse. Sahih al-Bukhari, narrated Abu Sa'id al-Khudri. The Prophet said, Isn't the witness of a woman equal to half of that of a man? The women said, Yes. He said, This is because of the deficiency of a woman's mind. If this resounding insults and belittling of women doesn't do it for you, then let's see how inheritance are shared between male and female children. Surah 4:11 An-Nisa. Allah instructs you concerning your children, for the male, what is equal to the share of 2 females. That's right, a male is worth 2 females. Also, did you know Muhammad and his false god promoted gender violence? Let's have a look at Surah 4:34, An-Nisa. Men are in charge of women by right of what Allah has given one over the other, and what they spend for maintenance from their wealth. So righteous women are devoutly obedient, guarding in the husband's absence what Allah would have them guard. But those wives from whom you fear arrogance, first advise them, then if they persist, forsake them in bed, and finally strike them. But if they obey you once more, seek no means against them. Indeed, Allah is ever exalted and grand. To do justice to this text, we have to see why it was revealed in the first place. Said Muqatil, This verse, men are in charge of women, was revealed about Sa'd ibn al-Rabi, who was one of the leaders of the helpers, and his wife Habiba, bint Zayd ibn Abi Zuhair, both of whom from the helpers. It happened Sa'd hit his wife on the face because she rebelled against him. Then her father went with her to see the Prophet. He said to him, I gave him my daughter in marriage, and he slapped her. The Prophet said, Let her have retaliation against her husband. As she was leaving with her father to execute retaliation, the Prophet called them and said, Come back, Gabriel has come to me. And Allah, exalted is He, revealed this verse, Men are in charge of women, because Allah hath made the one of them to excel the other. The Messenger of Allah said, We wanted something while Allah wanted something else, and that which Allah wants is good. Retaliation was then suspended. Notice how this woman was not deserving of justice because the demon in Muhammad saw her as a lesser being. Muslims would try to explain this away, saying it's only light beating, but Aisha in Sahih Muslim 2127 did not think that was the case. So far we have seen that Muhammad, his false god and companions, do not see women as equals, but rather stupid, unintelligent, and non-reliable punching bags who are not worthy of justice or equality and honor. Friend, there is a better alternative which is the only way to true freedom, happiness, safety, and honor for women. Jesus, the Christ.